folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug, and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're just going to continue on. Yeah, my usual. I haven't been the greatest at keeping up my videos as I'm trying to somewhat get back. Like I said, I'm not really going to fully commit to returning until I can get a new computer, and hopefully that'll be January, February is what I'm looking at. So I'm pretty sure, as always, that we picked our yep, we picked our run, which is this fertilizer, the best choice we can get. So just a standard trailer run. It is a priority cargo, so that does give us a little bit of bonus XP for the run. We upgraded our truck a little bit. I think we got a slightly better engine for it the last time. We got the Liara paint job. I think we put the lower bull bar or lower bar on it. Not the bull bar. We put the lower running bar on it. Lights. Nothing too fancy. But it, of course, did hit us in the pocketbook a little bit. But we've got two drivers working for us. So they help keep things patched. I will also need to hit a gas station on this run. We no longer need our lights on. So, one of the main reasons I kind of didn't do things like I normally would have, or at least try to, is I did get my lithotripsy done. Now, for those of you who don't know what lithotripsy is, or maybe haven't followed or haven't been listening, I'll go over it again real quick. It's a procedure for kidney stones, and for kidney stones that tend to be too large to pass. And kidney stones are known to plague people who are overweight, or at least they can plague people who are overweight. And in short, what the lithotripsy is not even close. My controller wire is mildly pissing me off right now. There we go. Actually, I bet we look kind of cool. Yeah, the sleek black truck with a black trailer. We actually look kind of cool. Alright, back in the truck. Let's get this job done. Yeah, but basically, what lithotripsy used to be, I'll go over what it used to be real quick. It's not a big description. What lithotripsy used to be is they would lower you into a giant pool of water. And then they would basically bombard your lower body with sonic waves, particularly targeting your kidney regions. And this would break down the kidney stones so that you could pass them. Nowadays, it's much more refined. They don't lower you into a pool. They basically put you onto a table. It's a bit of a strange looking table. And it's got a little bit of a hammock region in the middle of it. And then what they do is they use an ultrasound to find the kidney stones. And then they'll fill the bed area under you, the little hammock area, with water. I'm way over revving. And then, being filled with water, they'll start, they'll bring in the sonic generator and they'll target that specific area with sonic waves and break down the kidney stone. It's basically the same thing, but it's much more refined, less messy, takes more effort, is more targeted. You know, things advance in the world. The thing is, though, is that the procedure can be, or not can be, is painful. Because it basically feels like you're being repeatedly punched in the kidney for about 30 minutes. So in order to deal with this, you are put under sedation. But it's not actual like anesthesia. It's something a little different. They give you a medication which basically knocks you out and makes you unaware. Under general anesthesia, you have to go into a recovery room. Going this way, right? Right. Under general anesthesia, you go into a recovery room and have to, recover, wake up. Takes you a little while for the anesthesia to get out of your body. And then you got to get up and go to the bathroom, because that's how they make sure that you're okay. Things like that. Well, with this, you literally wake up in the OR. You wake up within moments of them stopping the medication. Within moments of them stopping the medication, you wake up. So literally, I guess they somehow got me from the table. Oops, actually, I'm going a little bit too fast. They got me from the procedure table back onto the gurney table to take me back to my room, which, considering that there wasn't a lot of them, is impressive considering my weight, which I'm still struggling at. I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. So yeah, I hear, "Okay, Justin, wake up," and I woke up, and they rolled me back out into this general area. I was there for about 30 minutes, and they were going to get a wheelchair, but they couldn't find a larger wheelchair. And I just looked at them and said, I just can walk out. And they were saying, "Well, the medication it can make you dizzy." Hi. Hi. It can make you dizzy. It can, it tends to make you forgetful. Not me. I'm not saying it can't have that effect, but it didn't affect me like that. It didn't make me dizzy or woozy, because I wasn't supposed to drive home, but I don't know anybody else. I don't know anybody else. It's just me and my mother. My mother can't drive. So I drove home just fine. And I really didn't have, they talk about pain and bruising afterwards. I really didn't have any pain. I had some soreness the day after, but not a lot. Some, but not a lot. And no bruising at all. And then tomorrow I got to make an appointment with the doctor to follow up. They say in 3 months. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I was dealing with that. Yes, I was very nervous going into that. I was very scared. Being put to sleep, being knocked out at all is something that's scary for somebody that's overweight. If you're overweight, And the more you're overweight, the scarier it is because it can lead to complications, even in the most simple of procedures. So it was nerve-wracking for me, but it's done, and hopefully the doctor will be able to analyze the stone I gave them and hopefully maybe advise me on how to possibly avoid at least maybe getting so many, because I have been just like really plagued with stones lately. It's been really bad since moving here to Massachusetts. So, as for my weight, I had a really good moment not a couple days ago, and then it just all got kind of ruined, and I don't understand. And it's not my scale. As some of you may know, I have been struggling in the 427-ish range, trying to get under 427, 426. I was, when I started losing weight, on doctor's orders, leading to my surgery, which will now be in approximately 3 to 4 months. Oh, it's the loan installment. Yeah, we're still good. I gotta stop doing it. When I go and then pause, I actually stop breathing. I hold my breath. But yeah, I was 455. Have gotten down to 427. So I've lost a considerable amount of weight. The problem is I've been stalled at this weight for almost a month, bouncing back and forth between 425 and close to 430, about 429. Yes, I am upward. I am over 400 pounds. And for those of you who haven't seen my vlogs, or maybe just come across this video out of the blue or whatever, I am working to lose weight. I am working towards bariatric surgery. I am struggling and trying very, very hard to get things done. But be that as it may, a couple days ago, 2 days ago, about 2 days ago, I weighed myself. No, I'll go back a little further. About 3 or 4 days ago, I weighed myself 427. Fine. Day after that, 425. All right. I'm on the right track. Day after that, 423. This is my usual weight loss pattern. 2 pounds, 2 pounds, or about 2 pounds. You know, it's not exact 2 pounds, because it's like, I'll be like 425 point whatever, then I'll be 423 point whatever. Okay? And that's just how I lose weight. I'll lose a pound and a half, pound and a quarter a day. Well, I really need a gas station. I don't think I've been paying attention. I should really pay attention. As I said, I got down to 423. I'm like, yes, yes. By the time I go to the doctor, I'm going to be under the 420 mark, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be under 420 pounds. I wanted to be in the 14s. So I go to bed on the night that I've weighed 423. I get up the next morning and I'm 427 again. What? I gained 4 pounds overnight. Overnight? 4 pounds? I've never done that. And I went over what I ate the day before. I had 2 chicken breast sandwiches on multi-grain bread. That was breakfast and lunch. And for dinner, I did have tuna casserole a small bowl, small amount of tuna casserole. It's not something I should have, but I do know how to moderate it. I am doing better, much better at moderating what I eat. The tuna casserole. Um, and you know, you go to the store, you get those pre-prepared salmon fillets. Well, this was a barbecue salmon fillet on, you know, they get the board. They get the board under them, so they soak up that specific flavor. Boy, that was a. I'm surprised I didn't tip on that corner. I really need a gas station. I mean, I'm still pretty okay for fuel. I'm not being warned yet about low fuel, but. Alright, there is a car next to me, so. I'm gonna have to brake for this fucker. Lose a lot of momentum. To the point I actually have to gear shift. Damn. No, I don't think it. Yeah, I can stay in this lane. This is a pretty big corner, so I gotta be careful on it. So today it was yesterday I went back up to 427. Today I back down to 425. So my scale wasn't wrong. My scale has been right. So I suppose there's a possibility it could be water retention. I have noticed that my feet over yesterday were more swollen than normal. I've been doing really good since losing all that weight that my feet haven't swollen. If you're a big person, you have poor circulation in your lower extremities, your feet, your legs, so they tend to swell. And my feet have been pretty good not being swollen. Well, yesterday they've been more swollen, so maybe I had something that was more salty than it should have. Maybe that salmon contained a lot of salt. I really didn't look, and I should have it. I just went, oh, salmon, that's healthy, even though it's pre-prepared. I probably should have looked. It might have had a lot of sodium in it, and that sodium is retaining a lot of water in me. That can actually make me hold. Oh, that can make you. Yes, I drink close to a gallon of fluid daily. I'm not joking. You guys may have seen me drink out of my gallon jug. That juice that I drink, where I can drink 2.5 gallons of it and only has 250 calories. So I drink a gallon of that, close to a gallon a day. Now think about how much a gallon of that weighs, and then consider that a gallon of fluid tends to stay in your body 9 to, I think it's somewhere between 9 to, the shortest amount of time is 9 hours. The longest amount of time something will be in your body in terms of like food and whatnot is 48, I think. Fluid though, I think it's like 18, 24. I'm not paying attention. That's gas. There's not a sane Euro trucker in the world that would have pulled what I just did. But an American truck driver, on the other hand, there are some out there. Trust me, I know. I've watched full size. Um, I've watched full size rigs cut from an outside lane straight across down into an exit to make their exit. I've watched it happen. That's some serious leaders. Yeah, we can go this way. You shouldn't, but we can. I mean, not that we shouldn't, but there would have been easier ways that didn't require me dragging my trailer over the grass. Interesting. It's a cool rest stop right. That's a really cool rest stop right there. It's really strange. I've never seen a really busy rest stop ever. I've never ever truly seen a really busy rest stop in my life. You know, these highway rest stops I always talk about. I've never seen one until recently. Well, recently being since I moved up in this area. Um, if I come home a particular direction from like from the hospital, I'm bringing my mother back from the hospital, or I come back from one of my appointments. You go over this bridge, passes over a highway, and there's actually a rest stop that's always busy. There's always cars and trucks there. There's a ton of cars and trucks there, day or night. It's I'm not gonna say it's always packed, but there's always at least 5 or 6 cars or trucks, and that's when it's lightest. Um, because a lot of times it will be packed. There'll be 20, 30 cars. And it's not like one of those ones that have like a lodge or, you know, a little building for, you know, for the bathroom or, you know, a food stop like a McDonald's or something. No, it's a general rest stop. The type that it's bigger. It's a little bit bigger than your average pullover rest stop. But that's what it is. It's a pullover rest stop. Pull over, park your car, park your truck, take a nap, do what you got to do. And I've never seen one until I moved up. Oh, dear God. Oh, no. No, stop. Don't do this. Why? Why? What happened? Why do you hate me all of a sudden? Oh, okay. No. Whew, okay. For those of you wondering, that was about 5 or 6 frames a second. Must have been loading something somewhere. This is why. This is why. New computer. It was probably loading that, like IKEA stuff over there. Even my computer doesn't like IKEA. But, yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen one where it's not just people, you know, truckers stopping. It's cars and trucks and all kinds of people stopping. And it's pretty nuts. Don't go down this one. Wow, that's a tight corner. Jeez, it's a tight corner. And it made me wonder, and I'm going to touch on something a little sensitive here. I'm not going to say it directly, but I'm going to allude to it. It made me wonder, as somebody who spends a lot of time with his, well, not a lot of time, but enough time. I mean, it should say enough. I made enough of a proclamation of it. And I'm not going to stop now or hide it now that I'm an open furry. And anyone who knows the furry community at all knows that, well, there's a lot to be said about the furry community and certain aspects of it, which are fairly dominant, not as dominant as people think, but is actually fairly dominant. But, it made me wonder because being exposed to and dealing with a lot of a more perverted slash kinky slash whatever you want to call it style of life, both before and after my marriage, it made me wonder if the rumors about stops like that are true. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna go there to find out. I think that part of me is pretty much gone. If it was a much younger me, I might have gone there and sat in my car, pretended I was resting, and observed, found out what was going on. But for the most part, I think I'm just curious, because that many cars and trucks at a single rest stop, but no others. I mean, on the flip side, on the more logical side, it's safer. With that many vehicles and people around, it's doubtful that something bad's going to happen. You're going to get robbed or your car's going to get stolen or worse. But still, there are persistent rumors and things like that. I mean, truckers live an ultimately lonely and frustrating lifestyle. I've heard a lot of rumors about yeah, I'm just gonna slam the brakes on the highway. Don't worry about that. You did too, so yeah, but you're a caravan driver, so you're expected to do that. Sorry, I watched a lot of like everyone else. I watched a lot of Top Gear. I swear I just got off I just got off this highway and now I'm back on it, but whatever. But yeah, it just makes me wonder, you know, between rumors and stories I've heard about a lot of long distance, long haul truck drivers in the United States. Let me clarify that. In the United States. And a particular rest stop like that, it does make me wonder. But let's get away from that subject, shall we? Let's move on to something more, or should I say less sensitive, even touchy. Perhaps it's not the right word. Either way. I just realized that there we go. That's what I always forget which direction I put that on my D-pad. So basically, I toggled my high beams, low beams, windshield wipers, tried to turn on my beacon before I finally... In other words, I pressed every other direction but the direction that it actually was. You know, this is actually pretty good. We're getting really, really close to being... to where we're going to have to pull over. We only got 218 kilometers to go. This is a pretty long run, but we're making time. We are making some serious time here. Now, in reality, I would have probably got my ass pulled over for being in that lane by that cop, but Sims only go so far. Now, it kind of looks like I can be in this lane. No, I can't. Be at least here. And then we're going this way. I feel like I'm spending almost as much time on interchanges and off-on ramps than I am on actual highways. This is actually going to be kind of close. This be one of those episodes where I may have to rest, but I'll probably complete it anyways. Like, here we go again. I gotta go up and around this way. I don't know if I've got to slow down for this. I can use up more of the road because there's nothing around me. I should put my lights on, though. It's getting a little late. I think if we can keep this momentum rolling, we'll be all right. And we're quickly approaching the vote time. Net neutrality. I know a lot of people are protesting and there's organizations, but you know it's still going to push through because they don't care what the public wants. I still just am totally dumbfounded that one guy is going to be allowed with two others to vote out net neutrality, which was fought for by businesses and public and in court and in Congress. And the Obama administration actually put the rules and laws in place. All of this stuff just came in, and all that we fought, and all that we did, and all that we went through to put net neutrality in place. And it's most likely going to be repealed in 4 days because of 3 company puppets. And that we're going to have to drag it back to court as public, as people. And I say that because the organization that's fighting for it is doing it off of donations, you know, because it's going to be a long, drawn-out fight. So we that contributed are going to have to do this all over again. You know, we're fighting for this all over again. Yay! Oh yeah, we've got this in one haul. It's nice when you can just one haul things. For those of you who haven't seen, by the way, there's a new trailer already out from SCS, Special Cargoes, and they're finally bringing out what I had talked about and suggested. I'm not saying they did it because I talked about it and suggested it. I know it's been a subject that a lot of people have probably talked about and suggested. But something I talked about, it's like really large, big cargoes and whatnot. Things like that, where you have to follow a lead vehicle and you have a trailing vehicle behind you, and you have to go along a very specific route, and you are towing supersize cargo, huge cargo. At least for the game, it'll be huge cargo. Oh, I was. Although, should I? I am now. So yeah, you're going to be moving really big cargo. You'll be alright, dude. We've got 45 kilometers to go. But I'm pushing the limit of what I can do. And this has been all road driving. Highway, I mean. But, yeah, you're finally going to get, there's going to be police along your way, like blocking intersections, so that you can make your turns and whatnot. They're really working on that. And I, for one, am happy, pretty much ecstatic about it. Changed his mind, I guess. Knocked it off. Hey, tree. What's up? And we're here. Yeah, but I really am pushing the limits of what I can do. Road construction. Don't lag out on me now. Don't lag out on me now. I know I'm getting tired. Shut up. Can I have my map back, please? The whole point is that we're here. Let's just park it. It's gonna be down back. Yeah. Oh, this will be easy. Famous last words. Other way. I ain't that tired yet. Brakes are low. Hey, we did it. We got another level. More long distance. Now we gotta race back to somewhere to rest. And just not touch the brakes for a little bit. Not touch the brakes for a little bit. Hey. Barely touched the brakes. I'm already getting an air pressure warning. I know it! Shut up! Garage is right over here. Service. Now, real quick, what's new? We can't again do that. I don't care about that. All right, nothing I'm gonna get, or nothing I can get. So I'm cool with that. All right, we pushed the limits of what I could do, but we made it. And we got more money. We're up to 45,000. We close to doubled what we had. So, all right. So before I do anything else, let's go to our company manager and let's check our drivers out. See how they're doing. I got you doing balanced right now. Once he fills up these two, I'm gonna have him focus on long distance. I don't like that you've got two in there. You need to be you need to be focusing on this and this, but I'm going to leave him at balanced. And when I see that he has at least one here and one here, then I'm going to have him focus on long distance. Same thing. Okay. Cool. All right, let's see where we're going next. All right, we are here. Ah, man, this is only 15,000 compared to this being 30,000. There is a ferry, but it's only 19 kilometers. This goes way up into Norway. I don't think I've ever been up into this area. I think this is new for, I swear this is all new for pro mods. So yeah, we're gonna end up taking the electrical wiring. I mean, I'd love to take the heavy cargo, but this is 23.96 per kilometer. This is actually more per kilometer. This is 25.66. So it's actually almost €2 more per kilometer. But just overall, the land distance, we're not going to make it one run. We're just not. All right. That will be our next run. But that's going to be for next time. All right, folks, that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've been enjoying watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Helps to swallow before you talk, by the way. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bug, and I'm going to be signing out. I'll see you then.